Looks like we are live.
Almost.
All right. We will give people a little bit of time to start trickling in. For those of you watching the VOD, which I am sure there will be a couple, please have patience and we'll be starting fairly soon.
I mean, if they're watching the VOD, they can just fast forward.
Maybe they're just hanging out, you know, like maybe they want to watch us awkwardly sit around, you know.
Yeah, maybe they don't want to miss out on this great banter that we have.
Oh yes, great,
amazing banter. Totally.
Feel free to leave us comments in the live chat. We'll be checking up on that and answering any questions you have throughout.
Yeah.
Yes. We have a whole 6 people watching, so that is really exciting.
Oh my God, 6 people? Wow.
6 people, more like 6 viewers.
Yep. For those of you watching, wondering what this is Quarantainment Live 2021. This is a stream with the intent of raising money for the Flagstaff Family Food Center. We have a page on flagarts.com. Follow this website. If you go there, you will see the donate button. Click on that, and under there should be a Flagstaff Family Food Center fundraiser section. Click on that, and you will be taken to a page. There, you will see a bunch of information that you have to input: donation amount, your email, and your name. At the bottom, there is a optional message of optional message that you can just tag along, and we'll read those and enjoy them. So if you feel like it, add a little message along with your donation. All donations are appreciated, and we will make sure they get into the right hands. Later today, we have a couple guests with esteemed teachers, Gruber and Hennis, and we will be previewing some videos that we have coming up. So a little sneak peek action there. We will also be doing some original content, I said. We will be creating a tier list of all, or not all, but most of the restaurants in Flagstaff. Local, of course. So be sure to stick around, and in a couple minutes we will get started. So
very well said, Noah. Very well said.
All right, while we are getting started here, let's introduce all the people we have here. Of course, I am Noah, as you can probably see, because, you know, my name's under me. But I'm Noah. I am the executive producer of media production, and I'm excited to be here. Henry, why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, contrary to common belief, my name actually is not Henry. It's not Henry Spencer. It's actually Noah Bessler. It's me, the real executive producer. That's right. Have a nice day. Milo, why don't you go?
Okay, I guess I'll go next. Hi, I'm Milo. I go by he, him pronouns, and I'm a senior. And I just joined the media production class, and I'm very excited to do work with everyone and, you know, just have fun.
Hi, my name is Indy. I am a production assistant on media production, and I'm super excited to be here. I think it's really great that we're doing this live stream to help raise money for the Flagstaff Family Food Center. and it's a great cause, so make sure you go and donate.
Awesome. And of course, Cassidy is here hiding behind the little logo we have going. So let us, without further ado, Cassidy, why don't you speak up and tell us a little bit of how this came to happen?
Yeah, I'll let you see how this works. All right, hello, hi, welcome. Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Cassidy. For those of you who do not know, as was so eloquently put, I head up the journalism class of which media production is a part of. And this originally came up as something we were going to do in November. At this point, it was like Thanksgiving adjacent, and that coincided with end of semester, and so it was going to be a kind of nightmare to organize. And get something that we felt really proud of and happy with. And so we decided to take the extra time and make this a spring function instead. The Flagstaff Family Food Center, COVID's been an especially trying time. We're coming up on March, so almost a year since this has kind of all started, almost a year since Quarantainment began, which is the metric that I measure time now by. It says the Gregorian calendar. It says, when did we start doing Quarantainment? Last March. And so at this time, it's kind of just really critical to acknowledge that there are a lot of people out there who are like food insecure. And the snow that's up there, I'm in Phoenix right now, fortunately, but the snow that's going on, just the inclement weather compounded by the fact that COVID's been this whole ordeal for a year, to say the least. As a couple people came up with this idea. I think Indy, you were one of those people for sure, and I'm just really happy that we're doing it because I think it's a really important cause to bring to attention, especially given how kind of rough 2020 was for a lot of people. So it's very exciting. Back to you, Noah.
Well, thank you. As a garbage truck drives past my house, I figure one more time for all of those just joining us, we're going to explain real quick how to donate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen so I can walk you guys through how we can donate. So this is the homepage for flagarts.com. Right here, you'll see the donate button. If you click on that, you'll see right down here, the Flagstaff Family Food Center fundraiser. Click on that and you will see this page. Here, you will just input some basic information along with the donation amount and a optional message. So, and then you'll click donate via PayPal. And from there, it should be all good. So that's how that works. The main reason we're doing this is we want to start 2021 on a positive note. We want to make sure that, to put it mildly, this year what is going to be better than the one previous. So we figured that this is a good way to start out on the right foot, so to speak, to kind of, go start well. Yep. All right. I've been talking right now and I'm flustered. So
Well, that's okay, Noah. I think you did a great job, but yeah, no, just we're doing this so that it's a very kind of difficult time. It's been a difficult time, so just wanting to do what we can to help the Family Food Center, which is a good cause. A lot of people here in Flagstaff use it. If you're watching from out of Flagstaff, I guess. Don't know why you would be, but if you are, welcome. Yeah, we just figured we should do what we can to put ourselves out there and try to have this year be good for media production and for Fala and do what we can. So hopefully ending 2020 on a good note and looking forward.
Speaking of 2020, I think we have the first video that we are going to show is the best of 2020 for media production. Now, it's a little weird because, you know, it's not actually the best of 2020 because like not everything from 2020 is included because technically Quarantainment happened in 2020. We're just going off of like this first semester of school. It's a little confusing, but we're going to be showing that in a couple of minutes here. And it's put together by B, another one of our media production crew members who couldn't be here today, as well as a thumbnail made by one of our newest media production members, Ruby Bessler, who, if you haven't made the connection of last names, well, I'll leave that to you guys to figure out that
Can
one.
I ask a very important question? Did she cameo in here earlier? Was that the elusive Ruby Bessler?
Yep. Hopefully we'll get her in here a little bit later. We'll see if we can organize that or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Hey, lovely. Looking forward to that.
All right. As long as we are going down the list of other media production members that couldn't make it today, Bridger is also a member of media production who I believe had to work, as it seems like he always does, but it's okay. It's okay. No, working is a good thing to do at this young age.
Long live Bridger Buck, who has less fancy hair than I do. Just stating a fact.
Natalia is also a member, as well as Isabel. And unless I am forgetting anyone, which I am not, right?
You are. You've forgotten the most important member. Mr. Elijah.
Oh,
Kelly,
yeah, Kelly.
Maloney,
We block out Kelly sometimes. It's okay. That's funny, actually.
Wow.
Right.
Did you actually forget him?
Moving on.
Wow.
I thought that was a bit.
Slick, dude.
Yep.
Wow.
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 Are
Kelly,
you just salty because he's been beating you in Pokemon?
Okay. You want to know the truth, guys? You want to know the deepest, darkest truth? Yes, I am upset at Kelly. He continues to beat me at Pokemon. He always beats me at chess.
You've got no clue how salty he was the other day when you beat him like all 3 or 4 times.
Yes, me and
He got
Kelly
so mad.
We have a very back and forth relationship when it comes to Pokemon. It's a salty subject. I try not to bring it up when we can. Speaking of avoiding subjects, we are going to share screen here in a quick second to show the best of 2020. It's a quick little video. It will only take a little bit of time, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So without further ado, let me share my screen. Here we are. I am going to mute myself.
Hi, my name's Henry. Hey guys, it's Kelly.
Hi, I'm Natalia.
I'm Isabel.
Hi, I'm Bridger. This is my.
Hi, I'm Beatrice.
My name is Indy.
Hello, everyone. I'm Noah.
So what we're gonna do?
To, like, let them at least grow.
You can just calm
bit
down.
of costume.
So yeah, we're still gonna try to match up a bag here. But let's say night on the town. Let's say now it's I don't know, June. Sure, June is your theme. The month. All right. Good luck, contestants. We're gonna go back in the other room so I can yell at Kelly a bit more and start packing up my things. Thank you.
Fine. Get out of my way. You have get clothing items. Get clothing items.
Is it the bag thing?
Yeah, still doing the bag thing.
Alright. Those shirts.
Must be normal pencils, not mechanical pencils.
That's fine. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so what we have here is a very simple ghost hunting tool in the field. You see there's no, yes, and yes. These pencils should be very easy for any spirit to move if they want to communicate with us. Okay.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this on, like, Instagram.
Well, it's a very popular method, so that's probably why. So we're gonna reach out to the lumberjack ghost tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Lumberjack ghost!
Lumberjack ghost!
Lumberjack ghost!
Lumberjack ghost behind the playhouse and the dumpster.
If you are here tonight, please come down here and show us a sign. We'll wait.
Please do. I'm on the edge of my seat.
You can come and move the pencil around if you'd like.
Ooh, oh no, just please stab me in the back.
Don't. Oh my god, did you see that? Did you see it? It moved.
There was a giant gust of wind just now.
Lumberjack spirit, do it again. He doesn't believe you. Look. Oh my god, there's a footprint there now. Do you see this? There's a ghost here, Henry. And we just made contact. I think the night's off to a great start so far.
Sure, okay.
Let's move to our next.
All right. So that was the best of 2020. Hope you guys enjoyed. And Indy, I believe you wanted to say something?
Yeah, if you liked any of these clips and want to watch the videos in their entirety, just click on our page, the follow upload. You're already there. Just maybe hit subscribe if you feel so inclined, and you can watch all the rest of the videos from 2020.
Thank you. Coming up next, we have an interview with Hennis, who is a brilliant art teacher at FALA. She does lots of amazing work. Hopefully, she will be here soon. We are just waiting on her. But until then, there she is. It says she's joining. Sorry, it was just a second here. There you go. Miss Hennis, you are live.
Oh,
Until
that's
then.
she?
There she is. And then, Miss Hennis,
Hello.
if I could ask you to close down the live stream.
Oh, sure. Okay.
It says she is joining. Sorry, it was just a second here.
Let's see. Where do I have that open?
There you go.
I'm out of it already?
Miss Hennis, you
Wait.
are live.
Oh,
Until
that's
then.
she?
Wow, there she is.
Wonderful echo.
And then, Miss Hennis, if
Wait.
I could ask you to close down
Yes.
the live stream.
I'm trying.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Says she's.
All right.
Great.
As always, there have been a couple technical difficulties. We're doing our best to figure it out.
Mhm. Our
You
technically
got this,
impaired
Ms.
teachers are
Ennis.
trying
You
their
got this.
best.
While we are waiting, I will remind everyone once again that you can go donate to the Flagstaff Family Food Center by going to flagarts.com, hovering over the donate button, clicking on Flagstaff Family Food Center fundraiser, inputting that information and submitting it that way. So please do that if you are able, and it will go to a great cause.
Anything is appreciated. From even $1 can make a big difference in someone else's lives. So if you're able to spare anything at all, please go and check that out. We would really appreciate it. And so would the Flagstaff Family Food Center and all of those with food insecurity in Flagstaff.
So I suppose again, while we're waiting, do we want to explain why we chose Miss Hennis to come on here and have an interview?
Yeah, so we invited Miss Hennis because she's been doing a lot of great work in the Follow community, organizing the Justice Symposiums, running art and donation drives as well, and overall being a great member of the Follow community. So it seems like we have all our tech issues figured out. So
Oh, we great. We good? All right.
I believe Indy, take over from here.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today on the stream. Will you introduce yourself for those who may not know you?
Sure. Good afternoon. I am Janice Hennis. I have been at Flagstaff Arts and Leadership Academy since 1998, a very, very long time. I guess I've been the art educator here since that time, and I also am the learning service coordinator at FALA as well.
So although 2020 was a hard year for everyone, what was the highlight of the year for you?
Surviving getting back from New York City when the pandemic hit with 25 follow students, that was quite an achievement. And that everyone was safe and healthy, and no one got sick. That was truly a highlight. And then, under quarantine, I found myself spending a lot more time out of doors, biking, river rafting, hiking. I also was able to, just for the virtual access, able to attend a number of seminars and institutes, webinars and stuff like that. So the continuation of learning in a different access under the pandemic.
It's a great transition to our next question, which is, what important things did you learn in 2020?
A lot, and still learning, and learning every day as a lifelong learner. For sure is to be more empathetic and understanding and compassionate with my students. This has really been rough. It's really rough for educators, for students, for everyone in the world. I don't feel whole when I don't have my students in this space. I really love their frenetic energy in the art room. I miss doing experiential learning trips with them. I love being in community with them. It's been really, really hard. So I just think, to kind of take every day as we can, and just to get really innovative with different kinds of learning methods with our students, and how to still have those connections.
That's really amazing. What goals do you have for the new year, 2021?
Yeah, as Noah mentioned, really promoting social justice education, as we just finished our second series with the Social Justice Symposium yesterday, which was phenomenal. And I'm really eager to do more work towards that symposium with a lot more voices, and whoever wants to be a collaborator, we really welcome that. I am also a PhD student, so I'm a student, so it's a really unique perspective for me that I'm also in classes trying to navigate, as well as being an educator on the other side. And my focus, and this is kind of part of my goals, and this has been an incredible year, and Noah is in the course, and Beatrice as well. We're doing a youth participatory action research course, a leadership seminar that is new this year at FALA. And I'm really appreciative that administration gave us kind of the green light to do that, because it's really connected to the research methodology that I wish to do for my dissertation. That has also led me to create a vision committee for FALA, where we really want to incorporate and research ideas with teacher-powered school movement, with looking at different ways to grade, and looking at mastery transcript, really looking at some innovative ways to showcase our students are more than just a GPA, than a 90.1%, that they are a whole person and have a whole unique of skill sets that they have, and not reducing them down to just a number. We're also looking to add hands to the habits of heart and mind. So maybe we can go with like a little bit more of alliteration: hands, heart, and head. So we're also looking at recreating our vision and mission for FALA. I think this has been an incredible time in education for us to really pause and reflect and try to reimagine. Everyone says go back to normal, but I don't even care for that word normal. I think this has been a critical time in education for us to really reflect what is important for our students in the 21st century. What kinds of education best serve our students to be civically engaged citizens in this time, and really to just, share power with students and with educators to like reimagine and redefine and re-identify who FALA is. Oops. I have my alarm on for you guys. And then of course, to be healthy and self-care, which, we all try to incorporate into our New Year's resolutions.
Relating to what you were talking about in the SJS, or the Social Justice Symposium, which FALA has been doing, what does the ideal education system look like to you?
No standardized testing, that's number one. Again, where, students and teachers really co-design, co-create, and reimagine our school together. A plethora of funding to do the things we want to do. Creativity, imagination, innovation, empathy, where we can really flourish with those kinds of things as educators and with our students. Really looking at education not necessarily being technically in a school, that we can expand beyond a school. As many of you know, I've been doing a lot of experiential education with my students to, New York and Chicago, Grand Canyon, into Central America and into Mexico. So I really think, and I cannot wait to get back and hopefully do this safely, is to do that kind of learning with students, where we really learn in places, that space and place can really be a place where we learn together and make those connections.
During the pandemic, how can we build community while staying responsibly distanced?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think, we all saw that a lot more people were biking or doing things in the out of doors. The earth was kind of repairing itself because we weren't having that hard impact. It kind of made us slow down during the pandemic, and some things started to get repaired, if you will. So, just for me and connections, still trying to have those small connections with students when they were able to come on campus. That's been incredible. Just in my own personal life, all my family lives back east. So, just trying to have Zoom family calls with friends and colleagues in town, porch parties, just hanging outside with friends and colleagues. And then with my students, even though we're, in this remote world and it's super awkward, you all can admit some of our classes are extremely awkward, but we keep trying, we keep persevering to have those connections, even if it's just a little chat on the side or someone sharing out. It isn't always content driven. It's just like those check-ins, like what'd you do this weekend, or how'd you play in the snow, or who's watching what on Netflix, or let's have a dance party, like other ways that we can just be human and kind of interact and just, escape for a little bit, because I know the quarantine has been, really, really hard. A really cool project that we did in the spring that I thought built community, with being responsibly distanced was the Flowering Flagstaff project that we did on Mother's Day. So it was just a call for anyone in town on Mother's Day just to go out, do sidewalk chalk, put flowers up. They were all over like fences or the urban trail or on rocks or in windows or different things like that. So that was kind of a really cool way to have I'm pretty sure, India, I think you participated in that, that people really got out and we just kind of had this connection in a day where we saw a flower and it was like, oh yeah, I know the purpose of that. It was to, let's honor our mothers who are on the front lines during this pandemic. So that was pretty cool.
That's really great. Thank you. And here at Follow, service learning is essential to our community. Can you give us an example of some service learning projects that Follow students have participated in?
Sure. Like I said, a lot of the experiential learning trips, there's always that kind of component with service learning, but those are very specific to that place, be it in Mexico, building houses or doing working with children or, doing community murals, that kind of thing. Even when we went on our New York trip, we paused for the day and gave back by working for the Gowanus Conservancy. But I do want to highlight that we've had a really strong partnership, which we're focusing on today with the Flagstaff Family Food Center. I would say as far back as 2005, we've had this partnership. Students we would go to the Paul Schweitzer reading room and do, either read with the children or do art activities. For about 15 years, we have been doing the Martin Luther King Day of Service. We would throw a birthday party for Martin Luther King at the food center. Everyone's off that day, but we should honor King by sharing his legacy by doing service. So we would read a children's story about Martin Luther King. We would do peace and art activities. Sometimes Ms. Hamill would have some African drum and dance students perform and play with the kiddos, share a meal together. Over a year, I think the first year we started our Empty Bowls project was probably in about 2002. And, Indy and several of you are on National Honor Society. We have been doing that for, over 20 years, where through art, the bowl, the symbol of the empty bowl, that there are people who go hungry every day, to raise money, funds, and awareness about that. And the Flagstaff Food Center has often been a recipient of the funds from that event. And then in recent, with the pandemic, we did a really cool art for exchange. So on our campus, we invited people to come by and drop off food. In exchange, they got a beautiful handmade piece of art from our Follow students. And then just this December, we didn't quite make our rainbow, but we still collected a number of goods. So we've done, a number of food drives with the Flagstaff Family Food Center as well, always highlighting the need and the great work that they do for our community. I don't know what people would do during this pandemic if we didn't have a place like the Flagstaff Family Food Center. So we all have to make a contribution, however small or however large, to this amazing organization.
Well, thank you so much. That is all the questions we have for you today. So thank you so much for coming on. And remember that it's very important that you donate to the Flagstaff Family Food Center. We have a description on the screen of how to donate. So make sure to do that if possible. Thank you.
Thank you all. I really appreciate the work that you are doing today. Much appreciation. Bye-bye.
Yes. Thank you so much, Miss Gruber or Miss Hennis, for joining us. I'm getting our interviews mixed up.
Spoilers.
Okay. Spoiler alert. Yes. Later joining us is Miss Gruber. But first, we have a little bit of an announcement that we are going to make, because it's been in the works for a long time at this point. But I think this semester is finally the one that we have a podcast going. We figured that this is now the time that, doing like in-person videos is harder than it has ever been. We figured it would be much easier to do a podcast. And so be on the lookout for that. That should be coming out fairly soon. Now, this doesn't mean that we're only going to be doing podcasts from now on. We will still do our best to do videos in the future. And so we're going to try and bring balance to the Force, because that is a reference.
Haha, funny.
Yep. Funny. Yep. Now, I know
Noah, if the viewers are interested in...
Thank you, Wendy.
Sorry, I was going to say that if the viewers are interested, where can they watch the podcast when it comes out, and what kind of subjects will you be talking about?
I see what you're doing. Yes. All of this content that's going to be coming out in the future is going to be on this YouTube channel. So right now, you should be watching it, and scroll down a little bit. If you see that subscribe button and it's still red, maybe click it. Maybe turn it gray. I don't know. Maybe get a little fancy with it.
Also, quick reminder to everyone out there: remember to hydrate.
Yep. Yep, water is important. I was going to get my glass of water before we started, but I ran out of time, and then I sprinted here, and then we started. So that's my story. That's why I will go get water later.
You're a disgrace, Noah. Can't even hydrate. Second sick.
Do you want me to go get water right now? Do you want me to go get?
If you could, please, yeah.
You can go get water if you want to.
Here, you're Oh, even Indy's ganging up on me. Oh no. Okay.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
While I'm going to get water, I'm going to ask Henry to explain a little bit about what content we have coming up in the future. So.
Oh yeah, no, I got this easy. Yeah, because I've been told what we are going to be putting out in the future. Because no one tells me these kinds of things.
Well, I can take over for a bit if you want, because I do have something to announce.
You got something to announce? Go ahead.
Since I'm new here, I just wanted to announce that there is going to be a short series coming out, a scripted short series, unlike our other content. So that's going to be new, interesting, different. It's probably going to be monthly. Hopefully that should be nice. We don't know the details yet, so stay tuned.
Yes, speaking of stay tuned, I'm going to stay hydrated.
Haha, yeah, quick reminder to everyone out there to stay hydrated.
I can't, okay, yep.
I would like to say that I noticed a distinct lack of hydration in one of our members.
I drank an entire glass of milk before this. I'm not
Milk is
ready
not
for water.
hydrating.
I would
Okay.
argue milk is hydrating to
Well,
some
anyway,
extent.
we're doing a stream for Cherry. We're not talking about hydration, which is still very important, but not as important as donating to the Family Food Center on the Follow website.
There we go.
Right?
What was this segment supposed to be about? Oh, yes. We're supposed to be talking about content coming up in the future.
I'm so sorry I hijacked this.
I figured one thing.
Noah, I have a question.
Yes.
What kind of content will the podcast be producing? What kind of things are we going to talk about on there?
Yes, there we go. So the podcast is not going to be like your average run-of-the-mill podcast. It's going to be unique. It's going to be us talking about things that matter, like for example, I think we're going to continue with the tier lists for maybe definitely the first episode of the podcast, but maybe for depending maybe a couple more, depending on how many of those we can get away with before we start getting called out for recycling content. We'll see. Maybe it'll only be one, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. The one thing I do want to mention that I think we're eventually going to have to is I think Kelly's gonna do some more of his videos or whatever in the future. I don't know. He keeps coming to me with ideas of like starting like a Flawless Students React series and like maybe doing Flawless Survivor. I don't know what he wants to do, but we'll yeah, I don't know. Just know that like some of those might be coming out later. I don't know. Just
and towards the end of the year, he's convinced me to go to his house like once a week, learn how to play drums. I don't know how to play drums. I've never played drums in my life before. And also he's tried to convince me to dress up in a maid costume and play drums for him.
Yeah, Kelly's got a weird like band thing going. I think he wants to start like Fallout's Got Talent and be like the lead performers. I don't know.
By the way, I'm not joking at all, but I'm completely serious with that.
I know, and that's where the bit ends here. That's anyways, let's all right.
Speaking of Kelly's series, season 1, episode 1, the next content that we're going to show is a new video that has not been seen on the channel before. That is part of that series. So Noah, if you would like to.
Nice segue.
Yes. Yeah. So let me give a little bit of context behind this video because I think I need to give an explanation. So Kelly came to me with this idea for like a game show, and the way he pitched it was like, it sounded really good. And like, it sounded like he had a bunch of like good questions and he had it all planned out. So I was like, fine, I'll partake in this event, whatever. It's going to be fine. But I guess long story short, it wasn't fine. It was actually kind of quite a disaster. So I guess we kind of have no choice but to show it. So let me fine. Yeah, I'll pull it up. It's gonna be okay. All right. This is a little bit of a longer video because, why would a Kelly video be short? Why would our suffering only last like 3 minutes? Like we're not that lucky. So without further ado, I guess here's the what is this called? Fall Game Show. Yeah, here's that. So hope you guys enjoy.
Stop talking.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Who Wants to Be a 50 Center, I guess. I am your host, Noah, And today we have a cool, really cool contestant. She teaches science for the school. Please welcome Miss Baird. Woo! Clap, clap, clap. Yay. Welcome.
Hi. I didn't know I
Yeah.
was supposed to be doing this.
This is really
Yeah.
sad without an audience. We needed crowd noises. I just want to point that out.
We'll edit them in
My
post.
mic won't pick it up.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. So I'll explain the rules of the show now. So I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions, and if you answer them all correct, you get like 50 cents or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along.
Wait, I have to answer all of the questions to get 50 cents. Do I have to answer them right?
I just answer them.
It's based on terms and services. It depends on there's multiple factors going on. We have to work with the legality of things and just figuring out if we actually
What?
can.
There aren't multiple factors. She either gets the questions right and earns money, or she doesn't. How many does she have to get right?
Just
13.
13 questions. All right, now.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So you got to get 13 questions right. Do we even have 13 questions?
But there's a chance for yes, we do. But there's a chance for a pickup. A pickup is where you can basically try and make back points that you might have lost if you got a question wrong. That way, even if you get the question wrong, you can technically still get enough points to get the money.
So what you're saying is I could win basically no matter what?
It's possible.
Okay.
Let's just go with it. I think there's a phone a friend feature in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right?
And your friends are right here, me and Mr. Alex over here, and we will be here for any aid that you might need.
All right. I'll just start the questions. Okay.
Please.
What's the first question? Okay. The first question is, okay, you ready? How much does a bear weigh? Option A is 600 pounds. Option B is 240 pounds. Option 3 is pi times 250 pounds. And option 4 is 100 pounds. Which one's correct?
I've never put a bear on a scale, but I feel like maybe A?
600? That is correct. 600 pounds. That's how much a bear weighs, I guess. I don't know.
Kelly, did you write the questions?
I wrote most of them.
Okay, so you need to specify the type of bear, the age of the bear. You just need to.
I mean, yeah, but you could just say
What if it was the baby bear? That
Yeah.
could be a...
There's a difference in size between.
I mean, I just looked up on Google, man. So it's just the first thing that.
How did you
popped
look?
up.
What did you Google? Size of bear?
Get rid of and yeah.
Okay, let's just move on. We'll just move on to the next question, okay? The next question is, what sound does a bear make? Option A is rah. Option B is woof. Option 3 is rar. And option 4 is which is the correct answer?
A little more enthusiasm next time, no.
Are all these questions about bears?
The first
I have
phase.
no idea.
We're in the first bracket, and during the first bracket we have selective columns. In the first selective column, we have the bear column.
That's
and then
Jeopardy.
from there we're gonna go.
Kelly, that's Jeopardy. That's Jeopardy. That's not Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
But you build up to it in the same way that you will do in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
You really don't. The first 5 questions are supposed to be easy, and then you start getting the more difficult questions.
Okay, fine. You know what? Move on. All right, move on to the fourth bear question.
The fourth bear question. There were at least 4 questions about bears. Okay.
And then move on to the next one there.
I don't think I'm counting right, but okay. Here, I'll just ask this bear question. It's fine that you didn't even answer the one before. It's fine. We'll just ask this
The
next
answers
one.
were the same.
It's what kind of bear is shyest? Option A, the bashful heart bear. Option B, Smokey Bear. Option 3, Fozzie Bear. And option 4 is Kodak Bear, I think. Am I reading those right, Kelly?
Three of those bears are fictional.
Right. I've never met a bear. What was the first answer again?
Bashful Heart Bear?
That
Bear
seems like a shy bear. That one.
Okay,
That's
well,
it.
that's the one that's highlighted, so I assume that's the one that's correct. So, yay, you got it. Congratulations.
Do I win the 50 cents?
No, not yet. You only have one, two.
Okay.
Did she win the second one or not?
I think I did. We skipped it, so therefore I.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. All right, just keep on moving on.
Okay, we'll just keep going. Okay.
26 minutes.
So the next kind of category, I guess, that we have to go through, it says 5 things that start with 5. So I assume this is just like Jeopardy. So I would like answer this with like a question. You know how Jeopardy works, right? Okay. We'll just go as we'll do a practice one. How does that? Okay.
Do I win money for the practice question?
Sure. Whatever. Okay. This food chain is marginally better than McDonald's. Okay, that was a bad practice one. Let's try another one. Okay.
Step it up, Noah. Come on.
Kelly, that's not a
Subway's
question.
signature meal
It is
is
a question. What?
It's not a question, it's an answer.
Which food chain is marginally better than McDonald's? That is the question.
It says the answer is Five Guys. Is that?
Exactly.
I wouldn't
It's
argue.
not even accurate.
Five Guys is
That is
better.
that.
Like,
How?
I mean, it all comes
That's an
down to
opinion
kind of like
question.
price.
There's no
Yeah.
correct answer.
Five Guys has
That-
made me sick multiple times in my life in a way
Five
McDonald's has
Guys
not.
is 100% better than McDonald's.
Okay,
I mean,
what's
come
the
on.
okay?
It's
So practice
McDonald's.
question. Baird got it right.
It's all based
That's 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Noah, I'm sorry. What was the other 5 one you're asking?
Subway's signature meal is.
$5 footlong?
That's 4. Okay, let's do another one. We're speed running this.
Do
I
the third
don't.
one.
Oh, they start with 5. Oh,
Yeah.
okay now.
Yeah.
So you know
okay.
you gotta lead it in a little bit. You're not really covering the bases. that
Okay.
well.
This is the. I'm just skipping a couple because I
Go
don't
for
want.
the third one next.
I don't
Go for
think
the
you
third
want to
one.
answer
No,
one
no,
about
the
Five
third-
Nights at
no.
Freddy's. So I'm just gonna go for
Go
the
for the
last
third
one.
one.
Okay.
Go for the
Okay.
third. Go
No,
for
we're
the
moving this
third
hey,
one, Noah.
hey,
Noah, read the
third
question.
one. Okay. When coffee just won't.
That's not the third
cut
one.
it.
That's the third one.
Kelly, let Barrett answer the question. When coffee just doesn't cut it.
We're
What
just
do you
gonna.
mean when coffee doesn't cut it? Should I had a V8? I don't know. Oh wait, that doesn't start with 5. Are we still on the 5 question?
V is a Roman
Yeah, we're
numeral
still
for
on
5.
the
I'm going to
five.
award it 5 points. There, that's the 5th answer correct. So let's
No.
continue.
Third. We're going for the third one. Noah, we're going for the
Okay.
Noah,
third
ask
We're
one.
moving
Kelly,
on.
calm down. Noah,
We're
ask the
moving
third
on.
question.
Okay.
I
Oh,
feel
oh
like
no.
I'm doing very well.
You are,
it's
Barrett. Thank
it's look, Baird, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think it's all downhill from here. The next category is politics, and I just all right, okay, let's do this. Okay. These are true or false questions, okay? Okay. Kansas is the least important state. True or false?
Is the least important state. That's not a question.
It's on
Yes,
my
it
it's
is.
on my Google
Yes,
Doc.
it is, because it's asking you, is Kansas the least important state? True or false?
That's an opinion.
No, it's not. Is it
Yes,
true or
it is.
false? That's the least important state.
I mean, the answer is opinionated, yes, but the actual
No,
Right, so like no
really
matter what
isn't
I
a question.
It's
answer.
really not.
just
Like,
say
you have
true or
taken, like-
false,
like,
and
all,
we'll
like,
give you the
different-
points for it.
I
I really
no, it's not the least important state. False.
really. And what is the least important state in your mind?
Well, probably the state that has negative population growth, Wyoming.
I think that's an acceptable answer, actually. We'll just What are we at? 5? We'll go 6. We'll. You got 6 points. Congratulations. I don't. Okay. Okay. I don't like any of these politics questions. So we're just
The question
going.
of Kansas is a politics question that had nothing to do with politics.
That's why we're avoiding this category. Okay, we're this is science themed, so you should be good at this one. Okay.
Finally.
The question is, how fast does fire melt plastic? Option A, lickety splickety. Option B, about 7. Option C, depends on the velocity. Option 3, after 2 touch. And option 4, place in a metal container. Place the metal container in the toaster oven for 3 to 4 minutes. Increase heat in 25-degree intervals until the plastic is completely melted.
I think that was 5 options.
Yes, that was our bliss. It has 5 questions.
Why?
Yes.
Okay, Kelly. You've had there. Okay, it's supposed to be 4 questions. Then you can like eliminate half of them with
Yeah,
a
but
50-50 option.
we have a blitz also, which like.
How many questions have you written, Kelly? How many questions have
Have
you
you
written?
ever seen Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Sure. Yeah. I see. I see it was that that one guy who was on Whose Line Is It Anyways?
Drew
Yeah,
Carey?
right.
Are you? That's
Yeah, Drew Carey.
that's. Okay, so Kelly, Drew Carey hosts The Price Is Right.
I'll be right back. Real quick. I'll be right back. Real quick. Give me a second.
Okay. Noah, let's just continue. Let's just pick this up.
Okay, we're gonna. This is the Bronze Age section. Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't specify which one this is, but there's only one answer, so I guess these are just you just answer them. Okay. What is the price of a pound of bronze?
The same as 2.2 kilograms of bronze.
Since Kelly's not here, I'm just gonna accept that one. That's fine. We'll just move on. Okay.
Can I clarify if the answer was in any way related to the price of bronze in the Bronze Age?
It was.
What was the answer?
Wait, did I read that wrong? Oh yeah. Okay, so these are all questions about the Bronze Age. I don't know when that was. I don't really care about history, but so we'll just.
I'm
we'll
back. I talked to my
No, Kelly,
writers.
Go away.
Which
Go
my,
away.
younger
Go
cousin.
away.
You don't have a script writer. You have a Google Drive
In the Google search bar.
in a search bar.
Well, I talked to him.
Kelly, what are you eating?
I'm eating the crust of the pizza.
This is highly unprofessional. Noah, can we just please continue with the
I
next
nervous
Bronze
eat.
Age
I nervous
question?
eat because of you,
Let's do
Cassidy.
another Bronze Age question because
Yeah,
these
go
are
number 2.
actually like somewhat questions. Okay. This was the hero for the 1975 film The Man of Bronze. Well, never mind for the respectable questions. Here. Oh,
I think it's a pretty respectful question. I mean, it was a hit film. He was a hero in that film.
So the way that Who Wants to Be a Millionaire works is you get options. And if anything from teaching AP has taught me, I know how to answer multiple choice questions.
okay, here. I'll just make up some multiple choice questions, okay? Answer A is Doc Savage. Answer B is let's go with John Cena. He's an action star. Answer C, I think we're at this point, is like we'll go Jason Statham, and option B is we'll go Tom Holland. I don't know. I don't really care.
A.
Yeah, A was right. Doc Savage. I've never seen that movie. I don't even know who Doc Savage is. I think he's a wrestler, but I could be wrong about that.
Well, no, he's the hero in that Bronze movie.
Oh, yeah. I guess it wasn't actually. That wouldn't make sense. All right, we're just gonna.
How many more questions are left?
This document is like 10 pages. I don't want to go through all of these. This is
2 more questions. We'll okay. Let's do this. Let's go 2 more questions. We'll have the last one be for all of the marbles.
Do no. Do the third one. Do the third one of 5. Do the third one of 5.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The third question, highlighting it. The third one in the 5 section. I want you to do it.
Why is there? The section. Oh, the one that's 5s in the title. 5 guys.
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
No, third one.
Okay,
I want
fine.
you to do that one.
I'll do your stupid question, Kelly. I'll do it.
It took a long time. It took a long time to write that. I had to listen to it like multiple times.
We're going back to the 5 section, I guess. I don't know. We're just. I really don't. Okay, here we go.
You're not singing it right, dude. Come on. I spent so long trying to get that down.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Like that. I just did what was written.
No. What you do? This is how you do it. Hold on.
Oh, that's
that's how it's written. What do you say?
Okay.
How can you not see that? All right, now try again.
That song was. This is like 2000.
Try again.
Like 10 pop. What do you want from me? I haven't listened to that in like days. You know, like what? Okay. Hey.
I want your hands higher in the air.
Noah, it's fine. If Noah, it's fine. You don't, like Kelly, the more motion he does, the more his background doesn't look good.
Is it Maroon 5?
Sure. We'll take that. Sure. I don't. Who actually sung that, Kelly? Because I have no idea.
500 Days of Summer, right?
What? That's a movie.
5 seconds to summer. Yeah, 500 Days of Summer.
Well,
yeah.
On the thing, it's 500 Days of Summer. So.
No, what is the answer that's written?
It says 500 Days of Summer.
Checkmate.
This isn't chess.
Okay, we're just gonna move on to the final
no, you're wrong, Kev. You know why? You know the old saying, life is chess.
Life is not chess. This is not
We're
chess.
going
This is a
to
failure.
move on to the final. We are going to move on to the final question. The final question. This is for the 50 cents, I think. I don't really know. Okay.
Ready.
Is water wet?
No. But it has the ability to make other things wet. Hydrogen bomb.
Can we just count that? Like, I don't.
No. Look at the answer, Noah.
What is the answer written?
The answer written is no. What is a
Kelly's
2009 video game? That's how? How?
I feel like I answered that right.
Yeah, I say we just give her the credit and we just you win. Congratulations.
All right.
Cheers.
No, let's do official send off so we can just cut out all that middle part and then just have like you like sending it off and then we'll come back on camera and we'll have a talk. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So wait, I won, right?
Yeah, you won. I don't know. I think we all just kind of lost because
we did a turnover. No, so we did turnover, which means that you went into you went into the blitz mode after you did the turnover.
There was no blitz mode. There's not a.
The 5 questioner, Cassidy, you're not paying attention. If you're a producer,
I have been paying
show,
attention.
You
These
need to
questions
pay
are awful. Noah has just left. So
no, he's still there.
I think this did not work out that well.
I think hold on. Cassidy,
okay.
Stop. Are you still eating pizza crust?
Well, there's more sauce on it now.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay, Barrett, you won 50 cents.
They want
Congratulations.
intensity. They want blitz. They
Kelly,
want fast-paced action.
They don't
they
want
like
intensity.
head spinners.
Kelly, nobody has thought of the Bethesda video game Wet since its release.
I think we'll be right back.
It's a fantastic game. What are you talking about?
All right. That was ouch. That hurt my soul. Ooh, that actually hurt. Okay. Well, that was something. So now we have Miss Gruber joining us. Gruber, please save us. Please save us from the misery that was that experience. Okay. Yeah. All right. Milo, take over from here.
All righty, right. Uh, let's begin this. Hi. Could you briefly introduce yourself before I ask you any questions, Miss Gruber? You're muted. Oh, there you are.
Hello.
Hello. I mean, I just want to say, you're my first group
Hey,
of
hey,
college.
Gruber. I'm sorry, but could you close the live stream?
Hi. Could you? Yeah, we could hear it. Introduce yourself before I ask you any questions. There we go.
Yes, I am so sorry. Obviously, I'm not as tech savvy as I like to say I am. First of all, I was watching for the last 20 minutes, and you're the first group of 7th graders I've seen all the way through to senior year, and I don't know if I am proud or if I'm confused about how you all turned out. That was a very weird question and answer session. So, wow. In any case, I'm Allison Gruber. I'm an English teacher at FALA. I've been at the school for about, I think this is year 7 for me. And I teach AP, World Lit, creative writing, and sometimes a little middle school.
All right, thank you for that introduction. It's very nice to have you here. And we're going to move on to our questions. Question number 1 is 2020 was an unexpected year. What was a significant thing you learned from it?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for using the word unexpected and not unprecedented. So good catch, Milo. Well done. But that's a great question. I think 2 things, 2 very significant things. One, the most significant thing is that idea of us being connected is not just theoretical. We are actually connected. And it really drove the reality of that theory home for me, and I think for a lot of people. And then I think the other thing that I found out for myself was that silliness is really important and that there's value in silliness. And, as an educator, I can get kind of, I take things pretty seriously sometimes, but being silly is super important too. So that was one of my big takeaways from these unexpected times.
All right, thank you. We're gonna move on to our second question. What were some good parts of 2020 in your opinion?
I think there were a number of good parts. I mean, it's easy to try to paint 2020 with a broad brush, right? And just say, it sucked. That was terrible. It was terrible. It was all of those things, but it was also good things. So, I mean, for me personally, I got a puppy, like that's always a good thing in 2020. I started focusing more on taking better care of my health in 2020, which is an important and good thing. And then in terms of my students and my job as an educator, this is not ideal. We all know this. I mean, nobody's trying to say that this is a better way to learn. This is an awful way to learn. But I think what has been good is that we've recognized the need for human connection in the classroom, and that it can't always be content, that sometimes we need to just connect with each other as people.
Awesome, well said. Do you have any predictions or personal goals for 2021?
So I liked this question because it kind of stumped me when I first encountered it this morning. My personal philosophy at this moment in time is I try not to predict beyond 3 months, okay? So I feel that if I try to predict beyond 3 months, I create anxiety in myself, and I don't want to be anxious. We can be anxious enough as things are, thank you very much, right? So we don't want to make anxiety. So when I was thinking about my 3 months, I would love if we could be back together in some capacity at the end of those 3 months. I would love that. I don't know if that's possible, but that's a hope I have, is that maybe. But I also am a realist, and I know that might not be possible. And predictions, again, I predict in 3 months, we will probably be in our homes still. And there are good and bad parts of that.
Yes, I agree full-heartedly with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a community, what can we do to get closer with the pandemic still a risk?
I think we need to accept, that was another really great question, Milo, and it caused me to think a lot. We have to accept that Zoom is our friend, okay? Zoom fatigue is real, but thank God we have the internet. The internet is both a nightmare and a wonder, right? So thank God we have the internet, because if this had happened when I was a teenager, I have no idea what they would have done. I don't know. I don't know. People cared less about teenagers back then, so maybe they would have just let us all die. I don't know. I'm being flip, but I lost my train of thought, Milo.
We were talking about how to get the community closer with the pandemic.
Yes. So that's what I was getting at, was that, I find myself, because I am a teacher and I'm on Zoom, all of us are on Zoom all the time. You're on Zoom all the time. You probably have a kind of dread of Zoom. I have a dread of Zoom. But my family, in my case, I haven't seen them in 1.5 years. They live thousands of miles away. Zoom is the only way for me to see their faces and to connect in this capacity. So I just have to get over it and accept that Zoom is my friend right now. But then I also think, like, doing responsible things together, like you can take a walk. You can, if you're both healthy, you can have a coffee outside while socially distanced. It's not ideal. It's not perfect. I miss hugs. I miss being able to actually physically interact with people. But in the meantime, I think those are some things we can do or think about to keep the connections alive.
I think that's a very good way to keep our community together too. So I agree with you on this.
I love what you all are doing. You all being the students are doing with this medium, because I was delighted watching for the last 20 minutes. I was having such a good time watching you all, and I thought, wow, these young people are figuring out a way to make this fun. So please teach us, your teachers, how to make it more fun, because I think some of us need to work on that.
Of course. I hope that is true, at least for the rest of us. I hope, again, to hopefully get together at some point in the future, and
I think
all that. Hopefully. Cross fingers, guys. You have been talking about the school system with your students a lot, especially in this past semester. And what seems to be the main issue with the school system right now, as to what you see, and how can we improve upon these issues?
So real quickly, I think it might be important for anyone listening to know this about me. Before I came to FALA, I was teaching in higher ed. And so FALA was my first and only foray really in the public school system. I taught briefly in the public schools in Chicago as part of Poet in Residence, Hands-on Stanzas with the Poetry Center. I wasn't like an actual classroom teacher. So I was in public schools, but I was a product of public schools, but I had never actually taught in one. And what became evident to me was that the problems that we often ascribe to universities and colleges only, like, oh, you can buy your way into Harvard. You can buy your way into Harvard. We all know this. So Harvard's also a very good school, but we know if you come from a rich enough family, money can get you a degree from Harvard. But that's also, and more appallingly, happening at the public school level. And it's happening along racial and economic lines. And I find that really distressing, that a student in my country would be getting a lesser education because of where they were born in my country, because of what their parents make, because of the color of their skin. That bothers me. And I plan to spend, my life as an educator fighting that. I don't like that. I think that is morally wrong. And I'm not even talking about religion. I'm just talking about basic human decency. So that's an issue. I think the other issue, which most of my fellow students are aware of, because I think you learn about this in history class with Mr. Coloris, or maybe talk about it in English with Mr. Cassidy, is that the American education system has not been renovated since 1900. So we are still teaching students the way we taught a generation of people who have been dead for about 50 years. Why are we doing that? That is mental. That's another problem. We need to catch up. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Thank you. That was very insightful. And the last question is, what have you done to help students succeed during these trying and very hard times?
I mean, boy, I have thought about this all year. I think all of my fellow educators have thought about this all year, because for educators this year in public schools, K-12 particularly, it has been like a war. I mean, dodging bullets, punching at the shadows. It's really hard. And just to suddenly shift all of your content and curriculum to this, every educator on the planet has all of my respect right now. Like, seriously, it's been hard. But one thing I have thought about incessantly is myself as a teenager. And I was a teenager in the early 90s, which was like the best time in America to be a teenager. Like, the 90s were awesome. They were good music, but there were America I've known has always been involved in war. But there was no draft for my generation. So like, we had a good teenage 4 years of high school. Good meaning we had fun and we were together. And so even in this idyllic setting of the 90s, I still struggled as a teenager. I still hurt. I had a hard time accessing certain concepts, especially where it concerned math and science. I still struggled. And so I think about that all the time in the education of teenagers. So even when we're having a regular year, it's hard to be a teenager. It's hard to be a teenager. It's just that's the human inheritance. And then if you live through teenagehood, you look back and you say, man, that was hard. So my students, yourself included, you have that. And then on top of that, you have global pandemic. The democracy in the United States is on the precipice of crumbling. Like, what in the world is the universe doing to you specifically? So I try this year to have all of my curriculum be guided by compassion. Is this going to help my students, or is this going to hurt my students? And hurt might mean, is this going to stress them out and they don't need to be stressed out? Or hurt might mean, are they going to get a lower score on that important AP test, important to them at least? That would be a harm. So I am constantly looking at my curriculum and saying, why are we doing this? And is this necessary? And when do my kids, I know you're not kids, but when do my kids need a breather? Like, sometimes you guys, I can tell, or you folks you're getting stressed out a lot. And I get it. I know why. So how can I help de-stress my students? I think that's been a big thing that I've tried to do. I don't know how successful I've been. You could probably speak better to that than I could. But just a philosophy of compassion and of looking out for each other.
Well, thank you, Miss Gruber. That was all the questions I had today. And just a quick reminder, on the screen, there's a list of things you do to be able to donate to the Family Food Center, especially students who are maybe have less money right now, need this food to survive. So it would be really nice if everyone could donate. Even just $1 can change someone's life, basically. Thank you for doing this interview, Miss Gruber, and yeah.
Yeah, I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye. Have fun.
Bye.
All right. Wow. What a successful interview with Gruber. Now, that now we are done with all the professional aspect of it, and now things start to go downhill. If you thought the game show was scuffed, oh boy, here we go. Because right now we are making a tier list of all the local restaurants in Flagstaff, and oh boy,
not all, most.
I was
most.
Noah.
We're hitting most of the major ones with this one. But
Noah,
before we
jump into the tier list, is there any way that we can read any messages that we might have gotten in donations?
Oh yeah, we should probably do that, huh?
So
Or do we want to do that at the
unfortunately,
end of stream?
that is not a feature that we can do this time. It was not able
Mm-hmm.
to get set up with the website. But hopefully, if we do this sometime in the near future, we will be able to set that up, and that is something we can do. But that is not available right now. But while we are
I have a status update if we want to hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, please.
So I got an anonymous text from a Miss Hennis who's apparently getting email notifications about like
An
stuff getting
anonymous
raised.
text.
Anonymous text. Could be a pseudonym. We don't know. But as of 2:07, it's about 14 minutes ago, we had raised $125, and I know that we also just received a $50 donation, so we're at least at $175.
Wow, that's amazing. Thanks, guys.
Yes,
Wow.
thank you to everyone who's donated. You are the best. You are the best.
Honestly, that is so much more than I ever thought we could raise. No, I didn't doubt anyone here. It's just
Yeah.
that's a lot
crazy.
of money. Wow, thanks everyone. Seriously, you're doing amazing.
And now you guys gotta watch us make a tier list. Okay.
Now let me segue into explaining the rules. Unless you have anything else to say, Henry.
I do, actually.
Okay, great.
It's that time of the stream again. Make sure to hydrate.
Oh yeah, drink water, please.
Saw Gruber hydrating. I'm not sure if that was coffee or water, but hey,
still
we'll take what
hydration.
we can get. Still hydration.
I don't see a certain media production sponsor hydrating, and I don't see a certain new member to media production hydrating and spreading awareness of the need to actually drink water. So
I got
Henry,
a
I'm turning my
chocolate
camera for
strawberry.
you.
Is that good enough?
Look, I got vitamin water. I'm keeping Curtis Jackson in business.
All right. That is
good enough.
All
like
right,
that's
now
a
to
good
the
one.
rules. The rules of this will be simple. Obviously, there's going to be a tier starting at S and going down to F. We do not have an E tier because I forgot to put that, but never mind. It'll be fine. Basically, S is the top tier, C will be middle, and F is the worst. We will discuss each and every restaurant as we go along, and we'll see how this goes. So can somebody bring up the tier list on their screen?
All right.
I have a question for you, Milo. Okay, so are we like ranking this based on like foods we get, based on like the service, the atmosphere?
We're ranking
like, what's
it
the criteria?
on the taste of the food, or just how about overall everything, like the service and the taste and the safety, whatever we need. Just we're ranking all of the restaurants. So
see,
we're
this is where
starting.
because we're starting off with Hot Walk, I think it
Okay.
is.
Yes, we're starting off with Hot Walk.
We're starting off at a low point here because I can't actually remember ever going to this place. I remember going to the one in Anthem, which I think is a famous walk, but if they're anything similar, this is automatically in one of these lower tiers.
Yeah, no,
May I weigh in on this?
Oh
Yes.
God.
I frequented Hot Walk when I was in college with a friend. I stopped going to Hot Walk when I graduated. Friend remained in Flagstaff. He ate there 4 times further, and each time fell ill. So that's the metric I'm weighing this by, which puts it in F tier. But I'm open to other suggestions.
So,
but
okay.
But I think, first of all, I heard recently they're under newish management because now they have a tea place that makes the best boba you can find in town. Let me tell you. And a really good Asian market. So I think it should be, in my opinion, it should either be in C or B tier. Just because of that.
Oh boy.
I mean,
I'm
in
not,
terms
I'm
of
not sure about
location,
C or B. I'm leaning towards D just because I don't think it is unedible. I think if you have a good kind of immune and digestive system, you can eat there without dying.
So
and I think,
can I describe some of their food for you?
Yes, please.
I've ordered from there for a few times. 2 specific dishes. They're pad see ew, which is flat noodles. That's right. I know the dish. It tastes like plastic, which is very upsetting. It's very upsetting to have noodles that taste like plastic. And then a lot of their chicken tastes and smells like cardboard. Other than that, it's edible. It's edible and it's okay, but it's a bit rough to get past that.
See, this is my kind of argument. Is like when you're thinking like, would I rather just go to Panda Express? And the answer is like, yeah, I'd rather go to Panda Express. Like you lose all kind of respectability. I think
it can't be that good.
I think for being edible, I'm leaning towards a D tier, but I don't know.
Yeah, a solid D tier restaurant. Not the worst, but
Hey, whatever you guys think, it's fine.
All right. Well, we started off on a low note, and now I feel we move to more of a high point because next up is New Marcos. And
we're going to have a pizza war here in a bit because you see what's next,
yes.
right?
Quick shout out to our sponsor for Telly's Pizza. Let's rank
not
New
sponsored.
Marcos.
We're not sponsored.
So
we're not sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag wish we were sponsored, but we're not.
Hit us up.
Can we get free pizza? Either, like, at this point, I don't care from which.
Yeah, New Marcos for Telly's, hit us up, sponsor us, maybe get us some free pizza. I don't know. It could happen.
However, I think getting back to business, I think we have to rank both New Marcos and Fratelli's at the same time because I don't see a way in this. Now, I'm going to speak to my personal preference first. This is my personal preference. I'm more of a Fratelli's man. I've always preferred Fratelli's. I still like New Marcos. I think New Marcos is still quality pizza, but I'm a Fratelli's man. So my personal ranking would be S and A. That's my.
Well, I disagree. I think New Marcos deserves F or S, and Fratelli's deserves A because I feel like New Marcos pizza is it has a better crust for me, and honestly, like the cheese is very nice. It's very nice. I haven't had a bad experience at New Marcos. I have had bad experiences at Fratelli's, including the time one of my parents went all Karen on the staff because they gave us like a little bone instead of a chicken wing. Anyway, story for another time, but I prefer New Marcos personally.
I personally prefer Fratelli's, and that's also, I don't know, I just feel like something about it, it's like very like Flagstaff. If you're like hanging out with a group of people and you're like, let's go get pizza, I feel like I wouldn't be like, let's go to New Marcos. I'd be like, let's go to Fratelli. I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking. I've had good and bad experiences with both, but I would have to agree with Noah.
All right, Henry.
I'd argue that neither one of them are S tier. I've had better pizza, and they're solid. They're solid places. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think that either one of them is S tier. Their service is okay. It's good. It's nothing to write home about. It's nothing to complain about either. The pizza is good. It's not bad pizza. Wings they're good.
Those are fighting words you're spitting over there. But
I just feel
anyway,
like it's not
tiebreaker.
exceptional.
Cassidy,
Also-
do you want to put your opinion in this ring want to stay out?
I'm kind of impartial. I was saying in the chat, I've had more of Fratelli's just because I'm not on West Side that often. When I am, it's usually for follow-up purposes, and Fratelli's is right there. Their ricotta is real good, but man, the Marco's calzone is kinda bomb. And so, but I'll agree with Henry though. I mean, have I had better pizza? Absolutely. I used to spend time in Jersey and went to New York a little bit. But the other thing that you have to consider is most of the pizza I get is Domino's because it's like $5. So that skews things a little bit.
So I need to make a quick shout out real quick. My mother is watching the stream, and right now she's currently getting very upset at me over text for my opinions on these restaurants. She has texted me, and I quote, well, first one is actually fairly important. How do I donate? I went to the website and didn't seem to be there. Noah, do you want to explain how we donate?
Yes. So,
yes.
So if you go to flagarts.com, which is just the homepage of the website, if you hover over donate, this button right here, you should see the Flagstaff Family Food Center fundraiser. I hope you can now see this, but once you click on that, you will be taken to this page. You enter some basic information, as well as an optional message that you can attach to your donation. And then you'll click donate via PayPal. I'm not too sure about the technical aspect of it. If you don't have PayPal, I'm not sure how that works. Cassidy, please talk about that.
Yeah, so PayPal is an online payment service that allows you to donate via PayPal if you have a PayPal account. And yeah, you just pretty straightforward. Put in a message of appreciation, put in the donation amounts, and you'll be taken to PayPal to use their secure third-party payment to kind of go through. So
awesome. Hope that answers your mom's question, Henry.
It does. And she's continuing to get very, very upset at me. She says, "Don't be too rude," and then in all caps, "We are friends with the owners of Fratelli's," and she can
clarifying
I'm gonna be quiet because she's gonna get real mad at me.
Okay.
But
I do want to say clarifying. You may use a credit card on PayPal as well. You not necessarily need a PayPal account. You can pay through any card. So
awesome. Now, okay, we need to make a decision.
Well,
on
I
it.
guess I'm kind of outnumbered here because there are two people who support Fratelli's being above New Marcos. I guess as long as New Marcos is an A tier, I can accept that. So
Yes, here's what I'm thinking. I think we put them both in A tier.
Oh.
And agree, just like Gabby said, that Pizza Coletta is kind of average. I hope I got you guys. I hope I got you guys.
No. Okay, let me speak. May I
Okay,
have the
I
floor?
want to say real fast. I don't have an opinion on this because I don't think I've ever been to Pizzacletta, or at least not in a long time. So I'm all here.
It's just so good. It's like a different type of pizza experience, and also their gelato is so good. They have an olive oil one, and it's like nectar of the gods. It is amazing. And like Fratelli's is just kind of like average. I don't know. It's like fast produced. It's like tastes pretty similar to the Nemarco's one, but like Pizza Club, they have different options. They have different flavors. They have a whole ambiance. It's like an experience to go there, and it's very special. I feel like.
Yes. So I've only been to Pizzacletta once, and it was a good chunk of time ago. But I remember really enjoying their pizza. I remember having a good time. I remember having a good time at Pizzacletta. I remember good pizza. And so there I'm not opposed to putting it higher up. The one thing I will say is I'm never looking like whenever my mom is like, I want to go get pizza, where should we go? I'm never like Pizzacletta is like, that's where I want to go. It's always like, I want to go to Fratelli's or I want to go to Nemarco's. And to me, Pizzacletta kind of fades into the background. And I'm not sure if that's just because I haven't had it as much as the other ones, but I don't know. I'm down with just keeping it in A or B tier.
I say A.
Well, let's hear Henry's opinion on this
Never
first
been.
before.
Don't even know where it is.
Okay, great. So you guys decide, I guess.
I mean, unless Cassidy has an opinion, I like it in A.
I like it in A too because I'm trying to think here. Like, I'm not trying to, no harsh feelings to anyone. I don't think, these are 20 restaurants we've chosen. We tried to limit it to types of cuisine. During our discussion, we realized there are 562 Thai places in this town, so we'll have a separate video for that. But I think if we're ranking it out of all of these, if we're putting this in S tier, that's hitting with some serious competitors that we have yet to list. And I think if we're talking about in relation to this, I'm happy with Fratelli's, Nemarco's, Pizzacletta all operating A tier because I think they all have their strengths, they all have their weaknesses. If I want pizza, I'm hitting Fratelli's or Nemarco's. If I want artisanal like Flagstaff pizza, I'm hitting Pizzacletta. Like they all offer something different.
Yeah, I think that's the main takeaway from this is like they're all different, but they're all really good. Like none of these deserve to be anywhere below B. Like I think that's a fair assessment.
I think that's fair too. Yeah.
Moving on. We got Josephine's, and this is the one that I haven't been to.
I have been to it multiple times, but if
my one kind of knowledge of it is it's that really expensive place with a really nice looking like outdoor seating. That's my entire opinion of it. So.
It is pretty expensive. Don't go there if you don't have the money to do it, obviously. It's pretty fine dining, but in my opinion, I don't think it's S tier per se. It is good, but it's not the best it can be. Like I love their salmon and whatever and else they have. It's pretty good, but I don't think it's quite S tier.
I mean, I've been there before like once or twice, and I mean, it's fine. I wasn't like super impressed. They do have like really nice outdoor seating. It's very beautiful. Like for me, it like wouldn't rank higher than C tier, to be honest. Maybe it's just because I'm vegetarian, so there's like less options, or like maybe just what I got was like not great. But it was just kind of like, I don't know. I wasn't really impressed by the service there.
That's another thing. I'm a pescatarian, so there's only like 3 things on the main menu I can actually order, and I think that's the salmon, the mac and cheese, and like a shrimp dish. I'm pretty sure. So there, we should take that in consideration. There is a lack of like vegetarian options there, which can
We
be
also have to factor in the price.
Mm-hmm.
That's a key thing here.
That's
It is
why I'm
really
saying C.
expensive.
Like C is just like medium, you know? Like it's like if someone's like, we're going there, I wouldn't be mad, but if someone asked me where I want to go, it wouldn't be my first option.
Yeah.
For a Flagstaff restaurant, I want a place I can go to multiple times. Josephine's an event restaurant. I'm going to go there like, oh, I've got friends in town. I'm celebrating something. Let's hit this place up. But I can't go there on a Tuesday night and be like, I'm hungry. Let me just go swing by and pick this up. That's where it hits the line for me.
The only time I ever actually go there is for my stepdad's office parties. So that's about it.
Yeah, I am not upset at a C ranking. I think it's not average, but the price and the lack of it being like really like standing out great, I think C is like a good balance of good and bad things. So
Henry, what's your opinion? We need to get everyone.
No opinion, never been there, and I don't want my mom to get more mad at me for having opinions on that.
Right, we're sticking with C.
It's like witness intimidation.
I like your mom a lot.
On stream, which I should probably stop.
Okay, moving on. We have the Oakmont, and
the Oakmont.
Okay. Can I intro this one?
Yes.
All right. We had a winter formal at the Oakmont last year. It was very good. And let me tell you, food on point, service on point. And we did a catered event for 80, 90-ish people. Pretty on top of it. Their actual food, extremely expensive. But shout out to the Oakmonts. We would really love to use you as an event in the future. And so, unbiased.
Yes, I don't really have many complaints about the Oakmont. Like,
what do you mean unbiased? This whole thing is about bias.
Milo, it's not about bias. It's about talking about family-friendly, fun eateries like the Oakmont over on Country Club on the east side of town, where they have incredible catering food and options for everyone to enjoy.
Yeah, we're not sponsored.
Also available on DoorDash.
We're not sponsored.
Honestly, the only negatives that I can think about it are
oh no,
out of a bit of a out of the way location, but that only adds to its remote and classy feel and aesthetic. It feels like its whole own experience.
Okay.
I mean, I see what Noah's typing here, and I agree that it's a great location and great catering. Would love to have an event there again. I think that's the perfect tier.
Yes, perfect tier.
Yeah.
We had to add a whole nother tier for this. So
like its own.
Yeah.
So when I contact my anonymous friend about this tier list, can I just say above S tier?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Excellent.
Okay.
I'm good. We can move on to the next one.
Yeah. So moving on to the next one. I can't read what that is.
That is the Deli Palace. Sorry, that was the only good photo I could find of their stuff. Google's hard thing to navigate.
Deli Palace. That's over.
By Taverna, I believe.
Cassidy knows exactly where it is. Just ask him.
I just know that there's
sorry. Yes. Wait,
Deli Palace.
This is Deli Palace. So that's the old location from Walmart. They moved across the street to that hill near the apartments, across from was it Your Pie or whatever?
Yeah.
Deli Palace.
All right, cool. So I've never been there, so I gotta sit out for this one. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I've only got good things to say about it.
It is. Maybe I should also abstain. Perhaps this is my favorite restaurant on the planet. Jesse and I have been going there since 2010, and never had a bad experience. They know me by name. We get the same table every time. They know what our order is, and we get comped a lot of stuff. That being said, it is. I'm backing up with facts. So always do your research, cite your sources. It usually jockeys for position as #1 restaurant in Flagstaff on TripAdvisor. Just gonna say.
I mean,
I have been there several times. It is very good. It's, I would say, probably the best place for Indian food in town. It's, I don't know, I've only had positive experiences.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to setting it up really high because I guess it's not like memorable. Like the name doesn't stand out to me, but like I know I've been there and like
I mean, there's at least 3 places in town that have the title of Indian cuisine of India. So
yeah, I'm not sure if it's like a lack of like memory because of like other places that exist or because of average food, but I'm down to trust Cassidy's word on this one and stick it up either in A or maybe even possibly put our first S if Cassidy really feels that strongly about
I'd
it.
argue that it is S tier. Yeah.
okay, well, it seems like most of us are in agreement. Let's
right.
let's stick it up an S.
Catering, atmosphere, chef's kiss.
All right. Well, what's our next thing?
China Garden.
Ah, that's what that is.
I can't see because one of the boxes is in the way, but it's okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to this one. So
Oh boy.
I know it's bad, so I've never been to it. I know my parents have been to it.
Does anybody have a story they'd like to share or like want to share their thoughts? I have a story that accompanies mine because I've only been here once and it was within the last year. So
go ahead.
Let's, Henry, if you want to weigh in.
I think, is it only you and me who have been here?
It's entirely possible.
Okay.
We are basically the same person.
No, Indy hasn't been there. Yeah, it is only you and Henry.
Okay.
Anyway,
we may want chat input for this.
That's not a bad idea.
I actually kind of like this place. The food, I enjoy the food. But there's several problems. They've got a drive-through, which is not bad in itself, but it's really, really janky and weird. You just pull up to the side of this weird barn and yell into this hole in the wall what you want to eat. And you have to know what you want because they don't have a menu out there. So you drive up, you yell into this hole, then someone comes out from the back and brings you your food. I've never actually been inside. I've always gotten stuff from the drive-thru because I'm scared to go inside because it feels like I might get murdered. But the food's actually pretty good and it's cheap for the amount that you get. It's really not bad.
Okay. It is cheap. This is correct. I ordered here from mistake less than a year ago. Here's what happened. Ordered the food, as one does. Meant to order from Mandarin Gardens because I was hanging out with some people half of the Fall counseling team, Janine Bouchard, and her husband. And I meant to order from Mandarin Gardens since it's right down the road from them. I accidentally ordered from China Gardens. And here's what happened. I went over there. They said it would be 20 minutes when I placed the order. So I go over and I'm there like 2 minutes later than the 20 minutes. And I park and I noticed that the restaurant has a bunch of posters on the outside that say, "Do not enter," which is fine. And then I was like, okay, well, how do I get my food then? And so I tried calling the restaurant. I got a disconnected signal, which is pretty good. I then see just a tiny little like Post-it note, like it was like an index card pointing to the left. So I walked around the left and then I found the barn drive-through window. I walked up to it and it took about 4 minutes for somebody to show up at the window and say, "Oh, did you order already?" And I said, "Yes." They then took it and I think he wrote down the order for the first time at that point. because like it was like, what was your order? And it was like, oh, it's for this. I'm like, oh, what did you order? And then he wrote it all down. But the kitchen is right there, so it's not like you couldn't just turn around and be like, hey, do we have this ready? So I don't know. He then said, whoever this man was, maybe he worked there, maybe not, we don't know, pointed me toward, they have a wood table and like some chairs that look like they're out of Klein Library next to a dumpster and some trees. It's because it borders like Heroes Sushi. So he goes, you can wait over there. And there's no light on over there. So I go and I sit down at this table and chairs. This is pre-COVID. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is a little weird because I'm sitting at this table bordering the woods next to some broken glass and near a dumpster. And I'm just watching other cars like pull up to the window and do stuff. And I watch a giant like RV pulled up and then did like a K-turn for what seemed like 10 minutes. And I was there for about an hour, like just sitting at this table. And eventually I go up to the window. I'm like, hi, I'm just wondering where the food is. And he goes, and then he wrote it down again. So I'm wondering if he also placed an order the third time. The point is, though, about 20 minutes after that, I then got my food. And he came out to the table and handed it to me. Now, here's the thing. So I see Charlie in the chat is saying instant F. And I want to clarify. I'm a fan of memorable dining experiences. And even though this was like an hour and a half of my life where I felt a little scared and I was live updating some people on this situation, I was like, I don't know what's happening. I still have the photos to prove it. It was very weird. But it gave me flashbacks to an old restaurant that used to be here called Greek Islands. And Greek Islands is incredible, but also the most bizarre dining experiences I've ever had. That being said, the food was below average, but I remember it in a way that I don't remember. I honestly don't remember dining experiences at Delhi Palace as memorable as that one. So are we assessing memorable or are we assessing food? Because if it's food, this is like a D/F. If it's an experience, this is at least a B.
Well, I mean, we've already rated everything else on like food quality and experience.
Okay, then put it it's F tier for me.
So
yeah, it goes no higher than D. Like I like the food, but it goes no higher than D. No way.
It is cheap. It was very affordable, I will say.
From what I'm hearing, we should put it in F.
F.
So we're gonna put it in F.
Okay.
All right, that feels good. That feels good.
But it's rough to get there. It feels like you're gonna like something bad's gonna happen, and you don't know what's happening. They don't tell you what to do.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. I don't.
Could you scroll down a little bit? I can, like. Oh yeah, that's Indian Palace, the other Indian restaurant on our list.
I don't remember anything about this one either.
I've been there sort of recently. By sort of recently, I mean like maybe a year or two ago. I remember the food wasn't anything memorable. And the service was a little below average, if I remember correctly. So I would suggest either C or below for this one.
Is this the restaurant downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this place. I think it has good food. The service is usually pretty good. I mean, quality. I think it's good quality Indian food, and they have some like really good specials. So to me, it would rank somewhere near B. But if you guys feel more like C tier, I respect that.
I really like the food here. I again never dined in there before. But the food is, if not a little bit below that of the other Indian restaurants, it's not bad. I feel like it's a solid B.
Yeah, now that I actually looked up where it is, yeah, I remember going there, and it's whatever. Like I think it's just lack of something that makes it good or bad would like put it C for me.
Yeah, I would put it C too. I think it's just mediocre. for me. And C is the mediocre, as we have established earlier. S is like almost god tier, and C would be mediocre.
Yeah, I like C there. I just
I don't know. Are you guys fine with that?
No strong
Indian.
opinions on it one way or another.
All right. So
All right, let's
next we
move on.
have the downtown diner. That is the best picture.
I'm gonna be honest, never went.
Okay, so that's Indy out of the ring. Anybody have anything before I say my word on it?
I do, but I might go on a bit of a tirade, so I'll go last.
Okay. I don't have much to say about it, so I guess I'll go first. It's food. It's fine. It's nothing really special. At least I think it's more like a tourist trap kind of place, if you think of it that way. The food, it's fine. It's like the food itself is average or below average. It's not great. I wouldn't go there unless somebody really wanted to go there. Like if somebody was like, I need to go to the downtown diner, then I would go, but otherwise I would try to avoid it. It's just like bad breakfast food, basically, in my opinion. But so I wouldn't put it above C for sure.
I went there as like I remember going there as like a kid, and I remember like liking the bouncy like red seats, and I remember liking the license plate like counter because it looked cool, but like I have no memory of the food, and I think that in this case it's a bad thing.
Okay. Am I free to go? Am I free to?
I think you're free to go. The atmosphere is pretty nice, but you're free to go, Henry. Go on your tangent.
First, I would like to say that anyone who's watching right now should go and donate to the Flagstaff Family Food Center, either on our website or on their own website. You can do that by going. You want to show us again, Noah? That's right. You can go here just to the follow website, click on the donate tab, scroll down to Flagstaff Family Food Center fundraiser. Click on that, and everything on how to donate should just be on there. Now for my opinion on the downtown diner. So, the downtown diner. I love it. I love it. The food is good. I enjoy the food. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my humble opinion on the food there. But the atmosphere is what really makes it. It is the diner. The diner. When you say, hey, have you ever gone to a diner? That's the first place I think of. That is the first place I think of. Then I think of the diner from Twin Peaks, but that's neither here nor there. It is a landmark in Flagstaff with good food and wonderful atmosphere. But that's just this lowly high schooler's opinion. No lower than a.
So what?
No lower than a B.
So C tier.
First B tier, but we should try to move this along a little bit quickly because we still have one more video of content.
Yeah.
Somebody named Charlie Spencer, no relation, said B tier, so I think it goes in B.
Okay, B tier then.
Great. Okay, we need to do the round.
Okay, speed rounds.
I'm not opposed.
Okay, I can start this one off. Karma had it last night for dinner, picked up, literally so amazing. I would say this is S tier, but if you guys think A tier, that's okay too.
S tier is fine with me. I absolutely love Karma. Their unagi nigiri is the best.
See, I'm not a big sushi guy. It's not my thing. But even I can't like deny the fact that, yeah, it's pretty good. It is pretty. What do you mean C? Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna look at the chat. I
Don't
feel
read the
good
chat.
about putting it
Because
in
remember, landing
A or
ramp.
S.
I would put it in
let's go with
S, but
It seems like we're leaning at S.
Yeah.
okay. Fat Olives,
I
fine
will say-
restaurant. It's okay.
Can we put it in the A
Great.
tier, aka the pizza tier?
It could go in the pizza tier.
It could go in the pizza tier. It's good enough to do that. Plus, they have good other foods and a mean Italian soda. So
I would argue that it's S tier, but maybe that's just my own bias.
I don't think it's S tier, but
See,
A tier I would agree with.
In my personal preference, I'm leaning towards B, just because every time I've gone there, there's always been a line that's out the door, and maybe I've just gone at the wrong times.
You've gone
like,
at the wrong times.
but like,
I guarantee.
I don't know. I like A here. I like A.
Okay, A.
Okay, A tier. That's Martin's next.
Never been there.
Really good Mexican restaurant. They have pretty
my-
good food and pretty good service. The only complaint I would have is like, again, with like the line thing, they do have a pretty long line most of the time, and it takes a while to get service and stuff. But yeah. Anybody else? Martin's?
Nope. All right. Where are we putting it? C tier? B tier?
I would be okay.
Tier to me.
I would be okay with B. It's a great breakfast place. But I'd rather go to Casa Duarte, their other restaurant, like
All
Big
right.
Bashes.
Put it at B.
All right, tourist home.
I really like Tourist Home. I mean, it's really cute inside, and I like the food. So
Last time I was there, I only got a soda, so I don't think I can properly judge the food at this place. Sorry.
No lower than B.
Yes, I think B or A for this one. I don't think it's at S, but it's definitely a solid Flagstaff place.
Jackfruit sandwich, real good. And there's shishito peppers. They do like lemon and lime over it. It's very, very good. But that's all I've had from there.
Okay, what do you guys think?
A's for atmosphere.
Yeah, I think B, just so we keep the pizza tier clean.
Wow. Okay.
Tacos Los Altos, never been. So you guys duel over this.
I don't. It's like, it's fine. I'm never like, oh, let's go. I'm so excited to get tacos Los Altos. But like, anytime my dad's like, hey, let's go get tacos, I'm like, okay, let's go to Tacos Los Altos. That's just it. I don't think it's fantastic. I don't think it's the best Mexican place in town, not in town, but I don't know. It
operates the same void as like a fast food place. Like for me, it's on the Tacos Los Altos on East Side is drive through, and it's right there. I'd be like, yeah, I don't want to get out of my car.
Yeah, I think that's
it's
fair.
fine. Yeah,
I'm leaning. I know. Yeah, I'm leaning towards. I think A is probably where I'd put it.
Really? That was way higher than I thought you'd put it.
No, I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
I think it's a solid B tier.
I'd put it as a B tier myself.
I'm not opposed to B.
Okay. Let's put it at B.
All right.
The next one is Bigfoot Barbecue.
All right. It's a gimmick. How do we feel about it?
It's very tourist trapped.
So I'm like,
I found some concerning things in my food there. Like a screw one time.
Oh.
And a wort another.
I like their peanut thing. Like, you know how they have a barrel of peanuts? That's pretty inventive, but otherwise it's fine.
It is the third best thing in the basement out of the koi pond and the clothing store.
That's
if anything,
fair.
It devalues the clothing because you have to wash it a couple times to get the smell out of it.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so where are we putting it? Like, I wouldn't
Peach
put
cobbler,
it anywhere above C. But
I
Here at best.
think I'm leaning towards this range. I think I want to put it in C just because like I have like it's an easy place to just go downtown with your friends. Like it's the only real restaurant that like kids can like teenagers can go to, and I have really fond memories of like going there with my friends after school. So
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
tempted to put it at the C.
accessibility, put it in C.
okay, let's put it in C then. And
Biff's
then
Bagels.
next is
One
Biff's
Biff's.
Bagels.
Biff's employees are always like really sweet to me. I feel like their service is really good. They're like the best bagels in town. So I would say personally for me, that's an A tier, if not S.
I
never
see
been there.
this is like personal preference, but I'm not a fan of like the environment. Like anytime I go there, seeing all the dead dogs on the wall makes me sad. And like I don't want to be sad while I eat bagels. Like that's not something I want to do, you know.
I think of it a bit differently. Honestly, I think of it like as honoring the dogs rather than just like, oh, here's all our dead dogs. It's like, look, these are the things that inspired us to create this bagel shop. And I do like Biff's Bagels. I remember going there with old senior friend when he would drive me to school and getting Biff's Bagels and being late for class. So plus they have a pride flag in their window, so that's pretty nice that they're supportive of the people around here. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a
A or
big fan.
S.
I'm a big fan of putting it in A tier. I can't deny that their bagels are phenomenal. Like
So here's the thing, right? So I want you to picture Biff's Bagels, okay? And like anybody can do Asiago cheese, like chili bagels. You can do everything bagels. You can do garlic bagels. The roasted garlic bagel is incredible. But when you can do a plain bagel that tastes just as good as any other of your other bagels, you have won the bagel game. Also, Evan says if we put this above, tacos also will be tilted, so it has to go in A or S.
yeah. And then I think because of that, we're gonna bring tacos los altos down one. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I agree with putting
Make
it in
everything above tacos los altos.
Okay, I was
Okay,
just
and then
informed by an outside source that Biff was the name of their dog. There is one dog that it was inspired by, and it was their dog Biff. So, an
I think that we
anonymous
should rank
source.
Diablo Burger and Mama Burger at the same time since they're both burger restaurants.
That's true.
And I have an opinion. I think that you know what? No.
Where are we putting Biff? A tier?
Let's put it in A. It'll ruin the. I mean, you can make pizza, like pizza bagels exist, right? So like it still fits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
All right, let's go Diablo Burger, Mama Burger at the same time. I think.
To me, Mama Burger is better than Diablo Burger. I still think it's a similar scenario to Fratelli's and New Marcos. I think they're both phenomenal, but I mean, it's an issue of like which is better. Like I prefer Mama Burger's actual burgers. I prefer Diablo Burger's actual fries. And obviously, Diablo Burger doesn't have shakes, so
I have to agree with Noah here. I mean, I haven't had a burger in a very long time because I'm vegetarian. So this is a problem. I don't like any of their veggie burgers for whatever reason. It's fine. But I do like Diablo's fries. They're very good. I do love Mama Burger's tater tots. Those are very good. And I do like the shakes at Mama Burger. So I would put Mama Burger above Diablo Burger. But I did know the owner of Diablo Burger, I think, or like the person who opened it, I think. But even then, I still prefer Mama Burger over Diablo Burger.
I think that they're two very different dining experiences because Mama Burger is fast food. Diablo Burger is like gourmet burgers. So I would put Mama Burger at an A tier because it's good, and it's got what you would expect of a fast food burger restaurant. But Diablo Burger, at what it is, I feel like it excels at what it does, and I would dare to put that at S tier for being a gourmet burger restaurant.
I'm not sure. In my personal preference, I would probably put them both in S just because I love burgers. Like they're probably my, if I'm going out for food, like I'm going to Mama Burger or I'm going to get burgers somewhere. So I mean, to me they're both good. I think if
I would
I were
agree
to,
if we put them both in the S. Yeah.
It's
I think my
it-
only kind of complaint against Diablo Burger is it's at kind of like a weird, it's in a weird kind of area, and there isn't really like a lot of seating if like it's cold outside, you know? And like it's just a crammed environment, and like it's a lot harder to go to in this COVID world, you know? Whereas like Mama Burger has that drive-through that you can just easily go through. So that's my kind of reasoning for why I would put it Diablo Burger in A, but I'm not opposed to putting them both in S.
I mean, yeah, it comes down to this. Charlie mentioned this a little bit in the chat. It's like it's a $16 burger at Diablo versus 16's getting you 2 meals over at Mama Burger. And it's the question, it's the same, it's the Pizza Coletta Fat Olives thing. Do you want a Flagstaff pizza a la Pizza Coletta or Fat Olives, or do you want pizza? And it's the same thing. Do you want a burger or do you want a Flagstaff burger? Different needs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's finish this up.
So,
Mama Burger S, Diablo A.
all right. I agree
I
with
like
that.
that. I like
I
that.
can stand that.
And with
All
that,
right.
that's our time to wrap up. This is our final count.
Way too long.
We've been doing this for way too long. That's okay. Let's make this wrap up fast. Here's
Yes,
our final list. Yeah. Cool.
Clip this.
Yeah.
You can put it up later.
One final time before I send us off. To donate, you can go to the follow website. This is just the homepage. It's nothing special. It should come up first when you look up flagarts.com. You're going to go to donate. You're going to hover over it. You can click it, whatever works for you. You can go down to Flagstaff Family Food Center fundraiser. Click on that and you'll get taken to this page. Enter all this information, add a special little message if you want, and click donate via PayPal. That should take you to a page where you can donate. That's all. Feel free to donate whatever you can. Whatever you donate, it will help. Thank you so much to everyone who has donated. And to answer your question, Kelly, Fat Olives is at an A. But before
Cassidy, before we finish up, do you have any more insider input on what donations are at currently?
No.
Great.
Okay. Good.
My anonymous
All right.
source has not contacted me.
Understood.
Now, to send it off, we have a video that we put way too much time into. And this video is a subscriber special. We felt that one was more than necessary now that we are at a whopping 265 subscribers, which thank you to everyone who subscribes. It is honestly so cool to see that our subscribers have honestly outgrown Follow's population, it feels like. But
high school.
So without further ado, let's watch the subscriber special. It's called Wasting 250 Minutes for 250 subscribers.
It is not 250 minutes long. Just so you're aware.
It is not 250 minutes. No, it's actually quite a reasonable amount of time. We didn't get the 10-minute monetization number, but it's okay. We're making this video because we love all of our subscribers. All right.
Today, we're going to be spending a little over 4 hours in this fall campus. That's 1 minute for every one of our awesome subscribers. Thank you all for subscribing. The 4 hours, or a little over 4 hours, starts now.
So, do we have a plan for what we're doing, or?
I thought we would just hang out, have a good time, you know, have fun.
Okay.
Does anyone know where Henry is? I asked him to get something for me, but he should be here by now. Oh well, we'll give him a couple more minutes. Where's Bridger?
You know?
Yeah?
I know we haven't been there this long, but I kind of have something important to do.
Oh, Henry's gonna be here soon with a special surprise. You sure you don't want to stay?
I know, but I need to feed my cat.
That's an excuse. Alright, yeah, that's fine.
Probably go and help her. It's a big cat.
Oh yeah.
Needs lots of food.
Hey Noah, I know we were supposed to stay here a minute for each subscriber, but tonight's the student council movie night and I really have to pick up some last minute supplies.
Yeah, just go. Whatever. It's fine. I don't care.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, just...
Okay, thank you. Bye.
We're down another member.
Yeah, I know that, Kelly. I know that. Alright, I'm doing it. I'm calling Henry, seeing where he's at. Come on, pick up.
Yo, what's up?
Oh, hey, where are you?
I'm out right now. Why?
You were supposed to pick up the cupcakes for me and then bring them to Fala. I've been waiting.
I picked up the cupcakes.
But you were supposed to... They were cupcakes that said 250 subscribers on them. What were you expecting us to do? We're filming the subscribers...
The 250 cupcakes, yeah?
250 cupcakes. That's not what I said. I said they were supposed to be shaped in a 200. Did you not even watch the 50 subscriber special? We were supposed to model it after that.
Yeah, you guys had like 50 cupcakes?
No. So you're not on your way with the cupcakes?
Well, no, I have the cupcakes.
Don't tell me you ate any of them.
Well, look,
Jeez.
No, I didn't eat any. You're not gonna count though, are you?
This has been such a disaster. Don't even bother showing up. Good. Ah! Happiness and cheer. Christmas time. Christmas time. Oh,
you know right there, Noah?
$6,427. 6,428. 6,429. 6,420.
I'm so sorry, but I really need to go home and...
Just go.
No, because
go!
I...
Leave!
Need to talk, buddy?
6,500.
Bye.
6,600. 6,000.
Hey, no, we need to talk. Noah. Okay. So I need to go real quick. I hope you're not upset about that. I mean, I stayed as long as I could. It's just I gotta get to something. So I'm gonna just leave this right here for you. Bye.
Where is everyone? How long has it been? I've been here for 4 hours. Oh my gosh! I did it! I did it! Wow!
Oh, let's unmute. All right, everyone. That is gonna be it for this stream. Thank you so much for those of you who have stuck with us, dropped in, dropped out, stuck with us the entire time. We thank every one of you. This has been a crazy endeavor that we started with this class last year. And just really, really excited to see people turn out for this. And so thank you so much. Subscribe, like, comment if you want more hot content that we can put out for you guys. But thank you those of you who donated. Thank you so much. We'll be sure to thank you more specifically in a future video, hopefully. And other than that, enjoy your afternoon. You can continue to take donations. I'll send up a follow-up email. Yeah, we're glad you're able to join us.
How long will the donations be open?
I figure we leave the donations open for maybe the next week. I think should be okay. And obviously, you can donate anytime. You can go through the Flagstaff Family Food Center website if you'd like to. But we'll continue accepting donations through this event for the next week. And so I'll send up a follow email about that. But yeah, hope you guys have had fun. And thank you for sticking with us.